What's happening, Wrestling Nation? Coach Kennelly coming to you here with another episode of Chop It Up with Coach. It's a beautiful day in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, about 69 degrees, July, I believe 6th or 7th. It's a Wednesday, whatever that Wednesday falls on. But I'm about a week away from camp season, and I just had some thoughts that are on my mind, stuff to get kids ready for camp season, get myself ready for camp season, and it's going back to the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So that I learned on the streets actually, and now I found it in tons of like real self-help books and stuff. I'm reading the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and definitely getting some good tools from there. I enjoy it. I would encourage to read to you as well. It's a longer, tougher read, but so far the roots are producing some fruits, and that's what we're looking to do with the kids. So going up on camp season, I had to think, what do I want to accomplish? Not only for myself as a wrestling coach, what do I want to accomplish for the campers, and what do I want to accomplish for the overall community? So right now, I would say Milwaukee wrestling is not in a great place, but it's not in a horrible place. We got kids still wrestling here. We got a couple kids competitive at the collegiate level, got a couple kids competitive at the high school level, and got a couple kids doing the youth thing. But overall, I just see us lacking behind other counterparts we had. We're part of the Beat the Streets giant conglomerate, and I see some of those, like I just watched a video of Chicago the other day. It was so very well done, well put together between the athletes, coaches, and the mission, and they all had everything in cohesion. So I'm looking to do some preparation on how to bring not only the Wrestling Better with City Kids, the club, the nonprofit I run most of my camps through. I'll be doing some West Dallas, and anybody else that's looking for camps or needs clinicians, feel free to reach out to me for any help or tips, and I'll do what I can. And I'm willing to help a lot of other people because people have helped me along the way. I've gotten paid great money to coach and wrestle, and I've done it for free and a volunteer. So whatever your opportunity is, monetarily, whatever you can provide, I'll work along those parameters to help you out. If they're kids that can't afford it, then we'll find other ways to get that funding. Funding doesn't always have to be monetary. My time is worth more than money nowadays. So just depending on the level of value and what I see the dividends are coming out of that, the price is always negotiable. But I definitely want to improve the wrestling in Milwaukee as a city, and I want to improve myself. I'm even thinking about contemplating getting selfish and doing more time for training and really focusing on getting myself into a better wrestler. I heard the U.S. Open could be moved to December, so that would put my whole timeline where I was having to be ready in April, move it a couple months earlier, and that could be some preparation on my end. So a challenge I issued today, where me and Jalen are doing a lot of one-on-ones, is to plan out your next week. So anybody watching this too, it's Wednesday, we'll start out Sunday night. Take a little time and put your first priorities first. Like for me, it's family. So I'm going to schedule all my family stuff first. I'm going to schedule City Kids next. Brian Stratton, Tech, everything else is all going to work in throughout the system I've created for myself. And if you don't know your core values, then you got to go back and do those first and figure out what is the most important to you. So right now we're working with Jalen, and one of his top priorities is school. So I said everything gets scheduled around school. And for you, whatever it is, but try to schedule out that week of time as opposed to that day-to-day or the to-do list, which I still use a lot, but it made a lot of sense when I read that. If you just have that one day to focus on the to-do list, you're only focusing on the crisis, the inputs that are coming at you. And I always felt like whenever I was in a place, I was rushing to get to the next one, and I worked a lot about being fully present, wherever I'm at, being where my feet are at. And I was always stretched thin and stressed. I was working 3 jobs, doing a family. I had a lot going on, no excuses, just like everybody else has a lot going on. But I didn't have my priorities. I didn't schedule to my priorities, I should say. I knew they were in line, but sometimes if something would happen and it was wrestling or the family, sometimes I would choose wrestling over the family, and I can't have that happen anymore. No matter what the stakes are, if I'm a family first guy, I got to be a family first guy. And I let my wrestlers know that, and then they respect that if those emergencies come up, and you got to weigh those tough decisions. That's part of your gut check, your core value check. So the message of today is to get your priorities set. Let's map out our next weeks, and let's do this all together. So thank you for watching. If you're in Milwaukee, let's scrap. Show up to City Kids. It'll be a Pura Vida starting Tuesday at 9 a.m. If not, then let's link up soon. Old Men, I'm trying to get that old man's club going. So if you want in on that, hit me up. As always, it's peace. Much love to you.